parents, students, family and friends, everybody around the world watching our graduation ceremony. Can you hear me through the microphone or not? Okay, good. Welcome to our graduating ceremony of 2021 to celebrate the graduation of these wonderful young people. Mostly my address to welcome you all to this graduating ceremony is going to be addressed to the students themselves. So please forgive me if I look directly at the students mostly during this address. My name is Richard Todd. I'm the IB Diploma Coordinator and the Vice Principal at ACG School Jakarta. And honestly, it really is a privilege and a pleasure to welcome you all today and to be speaking to and on behalf of the graduating class of 2021. So, graduates, here you are. Your primary and secondary education experience is 1 hour away from being done. So I say well done and well done indeed. You've negotiated this far with the final 14 months being under pandemic conditions, and that's no mean feat at all. Do not underestimate what you've done. You've learnt some things, forgotten some of them already, I'm sure, academic things, creative things, human emotion, interactive things, social, normative behavior things, being part of a group and or being an individual. All of these things have been part of your school experience so far. And you are sitting here now, mostly smiling. So again, I say well done. This is a time to celebrate. It's a time to get nostalgic, probably cry a bit. I wonder who's going to cry first. Probably parents, more than likely. So let's fast forward from this moment, just 1 hour. It's done. No more nerves about walking, sitting, standing, cap tossing, music playing, or speech giving. It's done in 1 hour's time. So what next? The immediate future is you'll celebrate again with your friends and families. Decompression. Literally nothing to do except the yearbook, by the way, Isabel, and your committee. The yearbook does need doing, don't forget that. But you can rest now, you can meditate, you can cogitate, just unwind. It'll be glorious. And then what? It might take the form of a gap year, might be a university course, maybe just some time to think about what you want with no plan in particular. But for me, the most important thing you can do next is to consider your options, because you have them. Always, please remember that. Don't forget that. You always have options. You'll have the option of doing things or not doing things. So do the ones you know work and make we rehearsed it like this. This is called performative graduation. So even in the curious state the world finds itself right now, you will have options. So always remain open to these chances, these opportunities. They might not look like you expected, but that's okay. Just like us older people, you young ones don't know everything and how it's going to pan out in the future, so remain open to it, be flexible. In fact, in a changing world, opportunities abound to do good things, to invent things, to solve things, navigate a changing landscape, and doing that needs intellectual and emotional surfers. You need to keep your balance and find out what's going on. Get a good view of it all, step back, watch how the waters move and navigate them. But if I know anything about this year group, it is that you are strong collectively and individually. You have resources and strengths. Use them. You have wit, wisdom, compassion, and grace within you. So stay that way. Use your gifts, and please do stay in touch. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me enormous pleasure and a good deal of relief to announce our first musical item of the day. To play Good Riddance, written by the LA so-called punk band Green Day, I would like to introduce to you The Graduates.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I know we had the time of our lives. Take the photographs and still prints in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I know we had the time of our lives. Unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I know we had the time of our lives. Of our lives. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I know we had the time of our lives.
Thank you, Mr. Todd, for the warm welcome, and thank you, fellow graduates, for that great opening performance.
Oh, Sabrina, stop it. I'm totally blushing. Anyways, welcome parents, teachers, friends, and of course, fellow graduates to the class of 2021's official graduation ceremony. The last 2 years have been very arduous, but we finally made it.
Can you believe we did it? We're done with the IA, summative, TOK, CAS, and now our EEs. Anyways, let's stop talking about the class and start talking about us.
Yeah, we're the ACG Radio Wolf hosts, the iconic duo. We go together like peanut butter and jam, salt and pepper, shoes and socks, and, well, Daniel and Sabrina.
That's right. We're very thankful to be provided the opportunity to host this momentous occasion in our lives. Relating to that, let's welcome to the man who provided us with the opportunity in the first place, our school-owned principal, Mr. Hutchinson.
Please welcome Mr. Hudson onto the stage for the principal's address.
I guess principals can take their masks off. Thank you, musicians, and Daniel and Sabrina. Good morning, students, parents, faculty, staff, and our audience watching the live stream on our YouTube channel. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Richard Todd, the graduation committee, and the many people involved in coordinating the graduation event under the circumstances of a global pandemic. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank and acknowledge Mr. Eric Tenhav, our guest speaker this morning, who I'm sure will share some wisdom and inspiration, and also a big thanks for his technical expertise this morning as we navigate through this graduation. Our graduation today is another important milestone in the life and history of our young school. We acknowledge and celebrate our Year 13 students as they graduate from high school and take the next steps in their education journey and life. I'm grateful that they're all safe and healthy, and I'm confident that they're prepared to tackle the challenges the world will throw at them. What better way to prepare for such a challenging and uncertain world than the successfully completion of the IB Diploma, develop 21st century learning skills, and become globally minded, responsible, and compassionate individuals who will surely work hard to make our world a better place. For Year 12 and 13, the IB Diploma is a prestigious international qualification which is recognised by leading universities around the world. We are delighted that a number of our Year 13 students have already received acceptances from universities in the UK, New Zealand, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Canada, US, and of course Indonesia. We're also pleased that some of our students are choosing a gap year to further prepare for their next steps beyond secondary schooling. Without the support, care and guidance of parents and faculty, the IB Diploma journey would be very challenging, if not impossible. Since the beginning of the pandemic, it has not been easy for our students or teachers or the large organisations like the IB. However, it's important to acknowledge that the parents of IB students have been forced at times to take on such roles as teacher, tutor, counsellor, therapist, and juggle parenting and full-time work at the same time. So I sincerely thank our parents for your love, care, support, and belief in your son and daughter's education, and of course our school. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our IBDP teachers for their hard work, commitment, and willingness to go the extra mile to support our students. The additional hours of preparing a recorded lesson, managing the technical challenges of virtual and hybrid teaching, and following up on student requests via Teams and emails around the clock have all contributed to supporting our students and giving them the best chance to achieve at their highest level. I would especially like to thank Mr. Richard Todd for his leadership and tireless support of our graduating class and their teachers. Almost 3 years ago, I met many members of the class of 2021, and since then have welcomed new students to the class and have observed their unwavering commitment to their education and loyalty to the school and each other. What sets this class apart, in my view, are their strong friendships, their willingness to support and help each other, and their incredible compassion. I've seen them succeed and fail in many ways, And although the future is uncertain and not always clear, there is no doubt that these students are acutely aware of the world's problems and challenges and will approach the next stage of their lives with creativity and a real understanding of what is right and what is wrong. As a school, we obviously hope that we have played a very small part in shaping who our graduates have become. We hope that strong family values and our school's core values of excellence, partnerships, integrity and compassion have been instilled in each and every one of them. We hope that they will continue to demonstrate these core values throughout their lives and keep the school's motto of educate, create and innovate ringing in their ears. And finally, to our graduating class of 2021, I hope you take the lessons you have learned and the mistakes you have made and grow from them every day. You will face obstacles, hardships, and struggles, but you will create memories, meet new people, and have new experiences every day. And as Beyoncé once said, whatever the world looks like in 10 years and 20 years, a part of that is up to you. I urge you to let this current moment push you to improve yourself in all areas of your life. Congratulations, ACG School Jakarta, Class of 2021. Thank you.
Me first. Thank you, Mr. Hutchinson, for your warm and kind words.
So, Daniel, what do you think about the movie called The Greatest Showman?
Oh, the hit musical starring Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Zendaya, and Michelle Williams that follows the story of P.T. Barnum doing all he can to become a worldwide sensation in show business? It's okay, I guess. Yeah.
I agree. Well, I'm glad that you think that way because our talented classmates will be performing a song from that musical.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give another warm welcome for our next performance, A Million Dreams from the movie The Greatest Showman.
Performed by The Graduates.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
for the world we're gonna make. There's a bond we have built to forget what we give. There will be a way. We compile each one pair to make you smile on a rainy day. We can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we deserve. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be a part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world can be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Phenomenal performance, fellow graduates. If you counted up all of our dreams while we were still in the IB, you'd have a million nightmares. In all seriousness, it was a great performance.
Yeah, great job, everyone. Now we got a speech from a certain boy who is very special to all of us.
That's right. I remember when I first got to ACG in year 8, he was like this tall. There was a huge gap in our height. And look at him now. Well, he's still not as tall as me, but my admiration for him has grown exponentially.
You know who we're talking about. It's our very own head boy.
Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Danujati Yulianto.
Thank you, Daniel and Sabrina, for that questionable introduction. Dear parents, faculty, friends watching the broadcast, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2021. To be completely honest, standing up here on stage, delivering a graduation speech to you all today, feels a little bit strange, I won't lie. Because I remember, up until now, I used to be the person sitting there in the audience, watching as the graduating classes before me bid their farewells to us. I would think there was a massive distance between us, and never in 100 years would I graduate. But suddenly, in the snap of a finger, here I am standing up, delivering a graduation speech to you all today. So I'd like to use the 5 minutes that I have to talk about my time here, and also to commemorate some of the achievements that we have made as a class collectively. Before that, if you don't know me, hi. My name is Danujati Ilianto, and it was my honor to serve as ACG School Jakarta's head boy for the academic year of 2020 to 2021. I think it's a well-known fact among the community that I've been a part of the school forever, but to put an exact date to it, I've been here since October 6, 2008, which means my enrollment here is older and longer than probably all of our primary students. Believe it or not, in my very first yearbook here, it was so long ago that it was still in black and white. So that makes this my 13th year here at the school. And 13 years is indeed an incredibly long time, I won't lie. But I still remember my first day here so vividly. I remember coming into that year 1 classroom, crying and drooling with snot and complaining and whining, not wanting to go. But if you think about it, 13 years later in the IB, after every test, I am still crying and complaining and whining. So not much has changed. In all seriousness, what's a graduation speech without expressing gratitude for how lucky I am to be where I am? So my first set of thank yous goes to the entire ACG faculty at large for the support that they have given to not just me, but to my wonderful family who is here today. The support that the school has been given to my family has been invaluable, so I hope that my contributions as the head boy, as a student athlete, as a musician, has helped pay forward some of that support. Dan karena saya orang Indonesia, sebagian pidato saya akan dalam bahasa Indonesia. Saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh staf, baik itu janitor, resepsionis, dan satpam, karena tanpa bantuan Anda semua, mungkin kami akan kerepotan dalam mengatur waktu kami. Terima kasih. Moving back to English, I'd like to talk about one story in particular. A few years ago, there was a keynote speaker who came to ACG School Jakarta, and one thing he said really resonated with me. He said that regret was the most toxic feeling anyone can ever have. And for some reason, that became my high school motto, sort of. With Mr. Hutchinson as a principal and so many new opportunities coming up, I joined anything and everything that I could, just to avoid not taking them later. In just these last 3 years alone, I joined the student council for 3 years in a row. I flew to Vietnam to take part in a volleyball tournament for my first ever international sports tournament, and quite possibly my last, to be honest. And I also tried to organize a whole-scale music festival that did not end so well, but it's the thought that counts. It's kind of ironic that I'm promoting change and to be daring when change isn't my forte. But if there's one message I would like to send to everyone here today, it would be to seize your opportunities while you can. Moving on, my next set of thank yous goes to my family. And to avoid making the car ride back home awkward, I'll keep it short and simple. To my mommy, you've been working so hard for me and my brother. And I'm sorry that I haven't been the best son. Sorry. Who listens to all your problems like you have to mine. I know that the last few years have been extremely hard for us, but you can rest a bit easier knowing that I've graduated. And to my papi, you're not here with me today, or not in this graduation, he's still alive. I hope that you're watching the broadcast and looking at how big I've grown. And lastly, to my ade, my little brother. To be honest, you're gonna miss me way more than I miss you, because I do all your homework already. But since we share the same teachers and they're here in the audience, I'll just say that was a joke. Lastly, of course, a huge shout out to the graduating class of 2021. Can we just get another round of applause, please? Guys, we did it. We survived IB and COVID-19. I bet no one can name a deadlier duo than that. As much as the IB was a solo mission for each one of us, our teamwork alone made it so much easier to get by. Sharing notes, giving advice, and also the emotional support that we've given to each other. This may be our last time as a class that we're all together in the same room. But let's not be too sad about it and instead cherish the moments that we've shared together. That sounds so cliched, I'm sorry, but I don't know how to word it. I have no worries for each one of you because from the past 2 years alone, each one of you will find success, I can guarantee that. One last special mention goes to none other than the most talented, most amazing, and sometimes really annoying head girl, Isabel Tenhav. I've known her since year 8, and not only is she my partner in crime in the last year, the head girl to my head boy, she's also been one of my best friends. There are just way too many memories and drama to share, so choosing one right now is a bit personal. But in case people haven't recognized her enough, she has contributed to the school in every way imaginable, and that is no exception. You can ask the teachers or the other students. I promise you that. She is the model student, and if you're privileged enough to know her in person, she's also the model person, period. So to the next head girl, I hope your name is Bigfoot, because you've got incredibly large shoes to fill. The one time that Isabel got mad at me was when she scolded me for not showing appreciation enough to my fellow peers. So to Isabel, I say this sincerely. It has been a pleasure to be by your side since basically all my secondary life. October 6, 2008, I joined the ACG community. June 5, 2021, I graduated. Nope, scratch that, we graduated. As the head boy of ACG School Jakarta of 2021, I'm so proud of all and each one of you graduates here today. Thank you all for listening. Next, we will continue our graduation by listening to our head girl's speech. The bad cop to my good cop, please welcome Isabel Tenhav.
Okay, well, I don't know if I can top that, but I'll try my best. Thank you for your introduction, Danu. I would also like to thank all of you attending here today, parents, teachers, faculty members, and those of you watching at home through our live stream. I think I can speak on behalf of all of us that having you here, whether in person or virtually, brings us the utmost joy, especially in these circumstances. To the graduates, my biggest support system these past 2 seemingly never-ending years, we've made it. Let the nerves take over for once. My name is Isabel Tenhava, and I've been given the honor to serve as the school's head girl this past academic year. Although there is no way that I can beat Danu's track record at this school, these past 6 years that I have attended ACG have been filled with probably the most change I have ever experienced in my entire life. From seeing friends come and go, growing up with those that did stick around, tripping and pushing through the school and IB, with them and everything else in between, it has never been the smoothest ride, but there is nothing I would have changed about it. Despite my memorable days at ACG, there's one that stands out from before I started here. When I was in the 4th grade, we had a class about puberty and coming of age. My toes barely touching the floor as I sat on the classroom chairs. I had listened attentively while my teacher had explained to me that as we matured, our natural reaction was that we wanted to grow independently without the support of others as crutches to walk on. And I had thought back then, like most of you probably would have, who in their right mind would ever want to leave their parents and live on their own? I'm way too comfortable here. Well, 9-year-old Isabel, here we are. Standing in front of you all, I still can't fathom how it all happened so fast. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. In Green Day's words, we've reached the fork stuck in our roads, and there's no way to go but forwards. In all honesty, I'm not yet prepared to face what's to come, and no, that is not the reason why I'm taking a gap year. Okay, maybe a little.
But before I address that, I would like to extend my gratitude towards the people who have paved the paths we have walked on the past years. Firstly, to the teachers, staff, and faculty, both present and past, thank you for your unwavering support in all of our endeavors. It is no secret that we can be a rowdy bunch at times, but I hope that you all know that none of your efforts have been taken for granted. From teaching virtually in different time zones, recording classes, and some even 14 hours behind, to answering late-night Teams messages the evening before a test, yet remaining ever patient and understanding towards my and our needs. As head girl, I thank you on behalf of the graduating class of 2021 for being the pillars on which we can build our futures. Saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh support staff di ACG untuk bantuan mereka selama saya ada di sekolah ACG. Tanpa dukungan Anda, kami akan jatuh lewat retakan yang telah diperbaiki oleh staf ACG. Terima kasih atas kesabaran dan bantuan Anda selama 6 tahun ini, dan saya harap bahwa murid-murid di bawah angkatan kita bisa menghargai semua yang Anda melakukan untuk memastikan pertumbuhan kami. However, none of this would have been possible without my family. Papa, Mama, thank you for always being there to listen to my issues in and out of school, and to hug when I didn't feel like talking about them. Thank you for giving me the life I have and for unconditionally supporting me in all that I do. Malik and Rob, even though you two can be annoying most of the time, afternoon car rides back from school and evening dinners are a tad more entertaining with you around. I know I might not always act like it, but just know that I will always be there to keep you steady once you have to walk on metaphorical IBDP fire. There's one more person who has had to deal with all of my behind-the-scenes mess of the IBDP, without whom I wouldn't be standing here today. Your unwavering guiding hand and comic relief have been what pulled me through stressful nights trying to finish assignments and pulled me back from the brink of breakdowns. Thank you for being the light at the end of my tunnel. I could only dream to someday be to others what you are to me. My penultimate message of gratitude goes to none other than ACG's head boy, Danu Yulianto. The Holmes to my Watson and the Woody to my Buzz. It is no secret that you have given your all for this school, your family, your friends, and everyone else you love. I can confidently say that as someone who is a year younger than you, which you won't ever let me forget, I've learned more from you, your dedication, and your forever willingness to be better than I have from anyone else. Thank you for giving me the honor and pleasure to be able to grow with you as one of my best friends and as my partner in crime these past 2 years. It better not end there. Lastly, to the graduating class of 2021, these 2 and for some more years have been irreplaceable, and there is no one I would rather have had by my side than you all. Inside and outside of class, I am more than proud to call you my best friends, and even prouder to get the chance to see you become the most considerate, enthusiastic, and talented people you are today. I thank each and every one of you for giving me the most memorable years of my life, and congratulations on not only surviving, but thriving despite our situation. Though I hope this is not the end, I'm going to be honest and say I don't know exactly what the future will hold for us all, but I know that the past has made it all worth it. Thank you for listening. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today, my father, Erik ten Hava.
Well done, Isabel. Very well done. So ACG is a school presenting everyone with challenges, including myself, because once I started seeing the rundown, having to speak after my daughter's speech, I thought, okay, that's going to be easy, but I didn't keep it dry either. So another challenge presented to me. Thanks, ACG, for doing that. Yeah, I'm Isabel's dad, and I'm very proud that I was asked to say a few words. And I'm hoping to do that on behalf of all of you, actually. So, dear Mr. Hutchison, Mr. Todd, teachers, parents, family members, and especially this beautiful ACG class of 2021. Don't they look fantastic? Woo! After an intense 2 years, you guys made it. It's the end, you're here. You graduated under far from optimal circumstances. This took resilience, creativity, perseverance, strength, commitment, and we are all very, very proud of you. I know from being close to many of you in many gatherings at our house that there's a very strong bond between all of you. You have shared successes, you've shared fun times, but you've also shared hardship, heartbreak, struggle, pain, and sadness. Soon you will be saying your farewell, since most of you will be spreading your wings and continuing your journey in other countries, changing what you know for what you don't know, and who you know for who you don't know, exchanging familiarity for adventure. So what's next for you? University, some work, a gap year perhaps? I'm sure by now you know what the next year is going to look like for you. However, today I would like you to think about what the rest of your life is going to look like. You are young adults now, and you are truly starting the next phase of your life. You're given a blank canvas to paint your masterpiece. When I graduated, I really had no clue what to do. The normal thing to do was to go to university, get a good job, get married, buy a house, buy a car, get a dog, have a bunch of kids. Well, actually, that was a good decision, so the bunch of kids was great. But for me, moving to Indonesia, building companies, marrying a beautiful girl on a tropical island, traveling the world with my family, and now teaching others how to make the most of their lives had never crossed my mind. By doing the above things, it taught me that other people's expectations of me are my worst compass, and that life is lived best by taking huge leaps of faith. So I would encourage you to go inside and find out what you love, serve other people, and solve the world's problems. I had planned not to get emotional. That clearly didn't work. So, this is important, I think, especially now. Look at the world and see what you can improve. And I know that this is easier said than done, and this might take a few more years. But the journey inside, following your own compass, your own truth, will lead you to a path of wonder, surprise, and bends in the river that are amazing to experience. You might think there's plenty of time to live your dreams, right? You're young and you're sitting here at your high school graduation, but frankly, when I was sitting where you were sitting, I felt like the rest of my life was an eternity. I was 18 years old, and at the time, I thought I had all the time in the world. But 2 days before I started my university journey, my father passed away suddenly. My father owned a retail business, and he was selling household electronics. And when he finally decided to sell and close shop, he only lived for a few years to enjoy the time together with me and my mom. Unfortunately, he never got to see the man I have become. Life is short, my young friends. So, the faster you find and follow your own compass and create the life you want for yourself, the better. When you are in my shoes, when you are in our shoes, and you look back maybe with a good job, a spouse, a car, a house, a dog, and a bunch of kids, you probably look back at your life and you think, that was amazing. That's what I wish for you. That you look back at your life and think, this was bloody amazing. Do what you love. And more importantly, tell people you love them. So from all of us here, we love you. We are very proud of you. And we can't wait for the change you're going to bring to this world. Make it amazing.
Ooh, this is high up. Yeah, I know, Mr. Justin.
Sorry. Wow, our special guest was Mr. Ten Have. Thank you for your inspirational words.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Tenhav. Thank you, Isabel, and thank you, Daniel, for those very emotional and powerful speeches. Now, we're going to move on to another very important speech, the valedictorian speech.
Daniel and I thought that we were going to be co-valedictorian, so we had little something already written up.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Nevertheless, the actual valedictorian is here with another inspirational speech.
Wait, another? That's right. Please welcome the class of 2021 valedictorian to the stage, Isabel Tenhave.
My goodness, I've barely recovered from the previous speech. Thank you for welcoming me on stage, Daniel and Sabrina. To parents, teachers, faculty members, and family and friends watching from home, thank you for joining us. I hope you aren't tired of me yet. As much as I would like to boast about receiving this title, I honestly do not think I could, even if I were forced to. To me, this award does not speak only to my achievements as a student, but ACG School Jakarta's and its community's success in supporting every single individual in fulfilling their greatest potential. I mean, if you need any evidence, just look at these people. As such, I would first like to address my teachers, Ms. Pickering, Dr. Harrison, Mr. Winnicky, Ms. Owen, Madame Dina, and Mr. Campbell, as well as Mr. Hutchinson, Mr. Todd, and Mr. McPhee, those who have led and guided me throughout my journey with the International Baccalaureate Diploma program. I will try not to repeat myself in the coming minutes, but I would like to say that I truly owe this valedictorian award to you, your hard work these past 2 years, your patience, your encouragement, and your dedication to creating an environment in which myself and the rest of the graduates could thrive. I could not have commanded Euler's method, multiple slit diffraction, the complexities of French grammar, nor the demanding requirements of CAS and the extended essay without your continuous efforts. I feel truly honored to have been able to learn from you as my tutors, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to grow under your wing. Secondly, I would like to thank my classmates, the graduates of the class of 2021. I'm sure none of you need reassurance on how amazing and wonderful and perfectly perfect you've been, but I would like to remind you of this fact just one last time. Despite our IBDP years having been online for the majority of our time, you have somehow still managed to be there for not only me, but each other 24/7. And for those of you wondering, yes, this includes seeking clarification in the middle of the night. I would never have been able to come as far as I have without the most selfless people I know supporting me each step of the way, even if you may not have realized it. So thank you a million times over for making every minute of sleep lost worth it. Since they cannot come up here and speak about it themselves, I would like to take some time to highlight the achievements of my friends who deserve it the most. I apologize in advance for not mentioning all of your accomplishments. The class of 2021 has always given their all in their endeavors, whether inside or outside of school. Not only do we clearly have some of the most talented musicians to date, but our graduates have also excelled in international sports competitions, Model United Nation conferences around the world, scored the highest marks in French tests out of the whole of Indonesia, started their own enterprises from scratch, and constantly given back to our local community by supporting orphanages, charities, the cleanliness of our environments and its people. Not to mention, all while battling the IBDP and the pandemic simultaneously. I can say with more confidence than I have about anything else that the names of these graduates will be the ones you will hear and read on whatever form of media we will have 10 years from now, in all the best ways, of course. Third, I would like to thank my parents and family once again for always cushioning me when I fall and helping me up back stronger than ever. I am more than lucky to be able to thank you for not only being the cause of my existence, but also the reason why I am able to live above all else. So thank you for making me the best version of myself and the one that can show you today that I appreciate and have appreciated everything you do for me. I hope I've made you proud. Lastly, I would like to address the ACG community, and in particular the students, from one student to another. However old you may be or wherever you are, I can imagine that graduating seems like light years away to you. Well, that's what I thought when I was watching my seniors graduate and deliver the exact same speech I'm presenting to you today. That is why I want to take my time here to serve as a reminder for you to keep going, keep discovering yourself and your passion, keep learning and taking opportunities and growing. It is these awards that show you and me what you are persevering for, and is a symbol of encouragement to keep reshaping and renewing your definition of success to become the truest version of yourself for yourself. I know that I myself am taking the unorthodox route of taking a gap year instead of heading straight to university, and I hope that within that year I will stay true to my message to you all today and exemplify the values that this award represents. As such, to all of you who have taken the time to listen, thank you for being the backbones of the people we all are today. And thank you for giving me the pleasure and privilege to stand before you as the valedictorian of the class of 2021.
Ooh. This could be a CAS experience for anyone who wants to do recycling. There's a lot of paper here. Okay. Finally, after 2 years, the moment all of the students, parents, teachers, faculty, and staff have been waiting for. And the reason why we're here, the awarding of the diplomas.
We've put our blood, sweat, and dedication to this program for 2 long years, and the result for 2 years, the diploma.
Don't forget our newfound thirst for knowledge.
Of course, we can't forget about that. With that in mind, please welcome Mr. Hutchinson and Mr. Todd for the awarding of the diplomas.
The reason I didn't take my mask off for my first welcome speech was very technical. I completely forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, during the awarding of the diplomas, you will notice that we have 2 professional photographers here today who will take professional photographs of your children receiving the diploma from Mr. Hutchinson over there. So please remain seated for the awarding of the diplomas. We promise we'll get these photographs to you. Students, when you've received your diploma from Mr. Hutchinson, please come around the lectern and onto the stage behind me. Thank you very much. Okay, so it gives me great pleasure, and it is indeed a privilege and an honor to announce the names of the graduating class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Imran Sufyan. Anastasia Sufyan. Lola Sarzo. Did I say that right, Lola? Lena Hutchinson. Winahu Tias. Feel free to whoop and holler as you see fit. Davina Dharmawan. Atta Rido. Nice shoes, Atta. There's a story there, ask me later. Anya Simanjuntak. Also nice shoes, but it's not as funny. Danajati Yulianto. I hope you're prepared for the next one. Oh. Not following protocol, Mr. Hutchinson. Daniel Dickinson. Yeah, you should have looked first. Isabel Tenhava. Ayumu Tsushia. Najma Marwan. Rumaisha Gina. Ira Wahab. Ningram Farmer. Oh, Ningram, where was the dance? She told me she was going to dance up to collect it. There we go. There we go. Sabrina Radio Wolf McPhail. And last but certainly not least, Chae Young Kim. Ready? So parents, this is the moment where the graduates are going to move the tassel from the left-hand side of the mortarboard to the right-hand side of the mortarboard. It's a very photogenic moment. It's the moment that they technically graduate. So get your cameras at the ready. As I say, I am very happy and proud to present to you the graduating class of 2021. Oh, that's the bigger... Oh, you can't clap. You can't clap because you're taking photographs. That's right. Okay, we're almost there. Be able to breathe deeply and eat finger food. A great relief, but very, very happy because this is a great song performed very, very well indeed. I am very happy to present to you for the third time a song performed by our wonderful musicians who will be performing Our Last Summer, written by ABBA originally. I give you one more time, ladies and gentlemen, The Graduates.
Hello?
This one? Oh, it is.
We can take
Mic check. Sounds good.
Can we grab them?
I'm holding them.
How do you take this off? Do I slide it? What do I do? Hello? Are you not taking yours off? No, I'm good. Okay.
Gina, you know, this summer is our last summer as high school students. We have to make it count.
You're wrong, Daniel. Last year was our last summer as high school students. This year, we'll be fresh graduates.
Last summer?
Yeah.
What did I even do last summer?
You know, that's an excellent question. But honestly?
Honestly?
Should we continue our skit?
Oh, I still don't remember what I did last summer. I got some shoes.
Oh, that's nice.
These are the
Oh, you're wearing them today? Fresh.
genuine leather, a cow's
Ooh,
cheek was
genuine
used to make
leather.
these shoes.
It's okay, I'm muted. Now I've unmuted it.
I can still recall our last summer. I still see it all. Walking through the pain, laughing in the rain. Our last summer, memories that remain. We went through all the years together, through the ups and downs of life. With you it was better. I was so happy we had met. It was the age of no regret. Oh yes.
Those crazy years, that was the time of the
But underneath, we had a fear of failing,
of growing old, a fear of slowly dying.
we took a chance, like we were dancing our last dance. I can still recall our last summer, I still see it all. In the traffic jams, cramming for exams, our last summer, walking hand in hand, done with our IAs, our last summer, time flies in a daze. Living for the day, worries far away, our last summer, we could laugh and play.
And now we're on our separate ways, feeling dread for coming days. Though we are uncertain how hard it seems, will we finally live our dreams?
I can still recall our last summer, I still see it all. No more traffic jams, nailing our exams, our last summer, walking hand in hand. I can still recall our last summer, I still see it all.
Nothing done in vain, laughing in the rain. Our last summer, memories that remain. Now, does that ring any bells, Daniel?
Nope.
Oh my God!
What a fantastic performance. Let's hear it one more time for our extremely talented fellow graduates.
Now, we're getting to the sad part of the ceremony, our closing remarks. We want to take this time to once again thank Mr. Hutchinson and Mr. Todd for giving us the opportunity to host our own graduation ceremony.
Of course, we have to thank the teachers and faculty members that helped us through the wonderful course that is the IB. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. Unfortunately, Sabrina and I can only see about 2 of you, so you'll have to take our word for it that from the bottom of our just graduated hearts, thank you.
But before the tears of joy start flowing, there's one more thing that we have to do. Parents, teachers, friends, and whoever else is watching, please prepare your cameras for the cap toss. We'll only be doing this once, so make sure you capture every moment of it.
Also, hi, Guillaume, and hi, Kevin.
So, ladies and gentlemen, parents, colleagues, friends around the world, you've had your warning, get your cameras ready. It gives me exceptional privilege and honor to introduce one last time the graduating class of 2021.
This might get a little uncomfortable. But are you willing to trust me? Are you willing to go with me? Are you willing to trust me? Good. 70%, that's not enough. I'm not going to start until it's just 100%. I really need your trust on this. Is that okay? Okay. Good. So, I will give you some instructions. Nothing scary is going to happen. Nothing's going to go wrong. Nothing's going to change. I'm not going to get you to do anything weird. So I would like you to listen to my voice closely and follow the instructions. So take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. I know it's difficult with the masks, but take a deep breath. Calm down. Center yourself. Feel your feet. Are you standing firm on your feet? Be aware of this moment. Calm down. Take another deep breath. In. If you want to let out a deep sigh to let go of the stress of this time, that's okay. So breathe in deeply through your nose. Give it a deep sigh. Great. Good. So if you are calm, and when it feels right for all of you, close your eyes. Trust me, follow my instructions, nothing's going to happen, everything's going to be fine, we're not going to do anything strange. Feel your breath. You can probably feel your heartbeat. I can feel mine. It beats very hard, very, very hard in my chest. Experience how you feel. Be in this moment. You've graduated. You've made it. You completed your high school. Try to feel everything you can feel. And remember this. Remember this moment. Remember your feelings. Remember your emotions. Remember these people. You've not been alone on this journey. Each and every one in this circle has contributed in one way or another to you standing here. Graduating school is not a solo job. It is, as we have seen today, team sport. So think about who is in this circle. Who are the people in this circle? What are their names? What do they look like? How do they smell? These people have contributed to your achieving this and to being who you are. So, what I would like to do, I would like to invite you to honor everyone in this circle in a very special way. In a moment, I will tell you to open your eyes. When you open your eyes, I want you to look each and every one, each and every person in the eyes. And without saying a word, and without making a gesture or any sound, only with your eyes, tell them how you feel about them. Send them the last message you want to send them. Again, I will ask you to open your eyes shortly, only with your eyes. Look each person in the circle in the eyes and tell them, with your eyes only, how you feel about them. So slowly open your eyes. This is the last time you're together.